to draw all the Pokemon before they add more.
But why, though? Well, because I'm probably one of the only people who can, and my mother really likes having all these little Pokemon decorations around her house and her yard, so when I was thinking of, hey, I want to do this, one of the best ideas was to just draw them all on her fence. So, that's the plan. And being one of the only people who can probably actually draw all 1,000 Pokemon from memory instead of just a generation or two puts me in a special place. But 1,000 is only 900, you might ask, you the fool. Well, there's regional variants and mega evolutions, which brings the total to 1,039. But I can keep talking while future me does voiceover, so let's get to it. Here. Who asked you? This isn't even all of them. Let's get started. And we are off. One final thing so that I didn't waste my life away drawing all 1,000 Pokemon. I've made it so that I only have 1 minute for each drawing. This keeps it fresh and exciting for me, having to sit through and do all of this. And especially when I'm drawing all of the super complex Mega Evolutions and whatnot in such a short time, can kind of make the drawings a lot funnier. Next thing you'll probably notice is that I'm not actually drawing in Pokedex order. And that's because I thought it'd be better to group Pokemon of the same species together, regardless of their actual dex number. So I've done some rearranging. The Generation 1 section has become extremely bloated accordingly. There are like 250 Pokemon to draw before Mew. Gen 1 gets way too much love compared to all the others. Gens 1, 2, and 3 are the ones most people will usually draw from memory since they don't know the rest. I never really fell out of Pokemon. It was always fun and I kept playing all the new ones as they came out, but plenty of people do that. What's your secret to knowing all of them? Well, to be honest, it's because I also used to play competitively. I played in the underused category, so I got to see all kinds of uncommon Pokemon on the regular, so even some of the less memorable ones in the story got some shine in the multiplayer mode. Oh, let's check in on past me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's been a busy bee. How's it going? We're about 3 hours in. So we placed the Sharpie.
A graveyard.
And then this is the pillar here. That was the final one of that Sharpie.
I love your horse.
Thank you. I pretty much just drew the same horse 4 times.
Oh my God.
Do you like my Alolan horse?
Aw, you're so beyond. It's really cute.
We were originally estimating that I would probably get about 50 Pokemon per Sharpie, but it's more like 100 and change.
Ooh.
Per Sharpie, so I actually probably don't need as many as I have. Yeah, this is a lot, as expected. Yeah, and I mean, if I can actually keep this pace, I might actually finish in 1 day.
In 1 day? Ooh.
We'll see how much that holds. Generation 2 was kind of always my favorite. While Pokemon Red was technically the first game I played, it was a hand-me-down from my brother, and Pokemon Crystal was the first game that was like actually mine, and I played the holy hell out of it. Even as the generations progressed, I still played Crystal often. Hell, me and a friend in high school would even sometimes boot up on weekends to have a Crystal off, where we would both pull out a laptop, set emulation speed to maximum, and whoever beat the trainer Red first wins. Even with the emulation, this would often take us like the whole day. It was just a good time. Most of the Pokemon on my favorites list are just from this generation of games. Oh, we have a visitor.
Find one that I am familiar with.
Oh, you want to find one you know?
A handful that I know. However, they look cool.
Can, because I'm also drawing them off of memory, so they're not always completely right.
Sure. I think I know him.
Blastoise, yep.
This kind of looks like the spitty thing from the zombie
the
game.
Plants vs. Zombies. Yeah.
Something familiar about that one.
Yeah, that's Mewtwo. Yeah. Yeah, he looks pretty. I think he looks good.
I think they all look pretty damn good. I like this one a lot.
Oh yeah, this one's a favorite. It's the Alolan Exeggutor. He's like a palm tree.
So this is the evolution of them, right?
Yeah, so it goes the whole way. So there's like the baby, which is Charmander, Charmeleon, and then Charizard. But yeah, I've done about I think about 400 now. 300 to 400.
That's a lot. You did this all today?
Yeah, I started at 8.
The outline first, and then you're going to paint them.
Generation 3 are games that I absolutely adore.
adore. I was always a contest player, personally. The extra fun features that they started adding in Gen 3 would set a delightful whimsy and side quests that the games would keep up for better or worse, depending on the generation. And Emerald is one of the most popular Pokemon games, period, and for good reason. It's an incredible update to the ultimate form of the Hoenn region. Oh, hold on. We just achieved a milestone. All right. I am now officially done with the first page. All the way along it. So if the first gen was a fun idea, the second gen was to cash in on what they thought might have been lightning in a bottle, but Gen 3 is when they really understood what they could turn Pokemon into. A full franchise where the appeal is a new region, new Pokemon, new everything, but still keeping the things that made the original great. They honestly nailed it. Gen 3 is a very important point in Pokemon history, and it probably has the best soundtrack of all the regions, if I'm being honest. We have another visitor.
That is absolutely amazing.
I think you caught me. I'm about a third of the way through. Spot one you like?
I really, really like this one too.
Oh, the Meowth?
Yes. Oh, this is that one with the little piggy nose.
Yep, Swinub.
I see that one in Pokemon Go a lot. Oh, there's that one. That's on Pokemon Go a lot too. You find those everywhere.
The Spinarak, yeah.
Yes.
Anytime it becomes nighttime, they're everywhere.
Is this one of those leaf ones?
Yeah, that's Chikorita.
That's Mew?
Yep.
Wooper. Oh, he's so cute. I don't know how you remember all these.
Well, that's a good question, but that is
part of what
has put me in this unique position, because I'm probably the only one that can do this.
Right.
Because most people can probably do up to maybe where I am now.
Right.
But almost nobody can just do the rest.
I love it.
Generation 4 is the first generation I'm actually not really a fan of. Everything just didn't really vibe with me, I guess. And this is where my journey into competitive really started. I found Smogon and Maryland, and I even managed to make it all the way to the top 100 on the UU ladder. It felt really good, which is why I continued playing competitive into the next generation. And with Gen 4 done, we have another milestone. And that milestone is Arceus. We have completed Arceus. And that's important because Arceus, with the way that things have been redistributed, means that I'm now halfway through. There are now less Pokemon left than I have already drawn. We may be able to get this done in one day. Let's go, baby. Generation 5 is an incredible return to form in my eyes. The game's story was really fun. They had a bunch of incredible new Pokemon, and the competitive scene erupted with crazy new mechanics. I loved this gen through and through, with a full storm of everything going right and coming up fun and delightful. This is also when I hit the peak of my own competitive story. I grinded and played and made it all the way to the top 10 of the UU ladder, and I did it with my own signature team that I specialized and adjusted the whole way. It was immensely satisfying. And if you're curious, my signature team was built around switching around with immunities, and it was a lead Whimsicott with Choice Spec Switcheroo. My walls were Umbreon and Steelix for special and physical, and my sweepers were Chandelure and Flygon, special physical again. And then usually the last one I would bring was a gimmicky Pokemon that had a water immunity of some kind, either Quagsire or Vaporeon typically. But let's check in again on past me.
Hello. Whoa. So much further. The slack. What's the dead one right here?
That's Whismur. It's not dead, it has X for eyes.
Oh. That guy's a friend. He looks like a character from Adventure Time. Oh, the Murkrow. He just looks like a chicken with a hat. Crab Rave. Oh, the Goopy boys. I like them too. These ones.
Yeah. Solosis, Duosion, and Reuniclus.
Yeah. So he looks like a bear trapped in snot.
He does, kind of. So, here was the first page that I managed to finish.
Damn.
And we're halfway through the second page.
Wow.
Like, exactly halfway.
So it's probably just one more day of this.
Oh, much less than that.
Day one done.
Day one. My hand hurts. Day 2. Generation 6 is my weakest point. Not only was this like Gen 4 where I just didn't really enjoy the game or the story, I also fell out of competitive at this point, as I went to college and I found myself too busy to keep up. I still generally know these Pokemon since the Pokemon community had fully coalesced at this point and we were making memes and fun videos and talking about everything. I still know them, but these are definitely the Pokemon I know in the least. There's plenty of blobby, nondescript Pokemon in this group, but we're just going to gloss over that and move on to the best generation for me. Generation 7. This is actually my favorite generation of Pokemon. A full combo of every aspect of Pokemon firing on all cylinders for me. I adore all the new Pokemon. I love the location. I'm enamored with the characters. I thoroughly loved the shift to a more story-focused game with cutscenes, the lovable goofs that are Team Skull, the tragic main villain, the interdimensional nonsense and crazy aliens. The competitive atmosphere was delightfully sublime. The competitive atmosphere was sublime, and the Z-move mechanic was very fun and cute. There's almost nothing that I personally have an issue with for this entire generation. It truly is everything I could ever want from a Pokemon game. And Marini is and always will be my baby. Oh, time to check back in.
What was that?
Which one?
This guy.
Oh, that's Maximum Power Zygarde. He becomes like a mech.
So close.
I know that Pheromosa is made of lampshades.
Yeah,
So she's got, like,
the fast bug.
Yeah, she's made of lampshades.
Hello.
Esper and Meowstick.
Gosh, your Minior is adorable. Oh, cutie fly. I love cutie fly. This deer doesn't have a face.
Generation 8 was our first transition onto a stronger console from the 3DSs. And honestly, these games got way more hate and disrespect than they deserve. They're fun games with cool new additions and new Pokemon. The mechanics are fun, and I enjoy Galar itself too. They aren't the best Pokemon games by a wide margin, but they in no way deserve to be treated the way everyone seemed to want to treat them. But wow, that was really quick. I guess that's all I have time to say for this generation. So we've come back to you live because this is what's left. This right here. So off we go. First up, Sprigatito. Now these are probably going to be the hardest here because I've had so little time with them. But, well, we're going to do them anyway, just, well, because I'm here, I'm doing this, and I want to. Dang it, you know, your timing is impeccable.
Is it impeccable?
Because this is the last one.
Holy shit.
Dun!
Ta-da!
So Nintendo won't actually let me rest quite yet. Future me here. Hi, day before this uploads. There's 5 more Pokemon that I gotta draw. Then we can finally call it done. So, we're going to go over our favorites, but I will let you know I have a companion video with this one, which individually shows each and every single drawing. So please feel free to give that one a look out. I'll have a link in the description, and there should be timestamps on the other video to help you find your favorite. And just let me know in the comments which one you like the most, which one you think is the funniest, as well as what your favorite Pokemon is. Since it was just the 5, we're already back up to where we were. Let's go see how my parents like their new fence. Here it all is.
Holy cow!
But this is last we saw.
We were right about here.
Saw the acorns, so we're about the
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's about where you were. You want to see how far it goes?
Oh my gosh! Wow. So this goes into the Hawaiian and everything else too?
Yep. Well, you're not at the Hawaiians yet.
Oh, no, not yet. Oh my
No,
gosh.
still more.
That's crazy.
so you had to do it.
Wow.
Oh,
This
yeah,
looks
the-
like an ice cream cone almost.
Yeah, that one's actually cotton candy.
Oh, okay.
And then, yeah, there's the ice cream cones over
Oh,
there.
those are adorable. Dang. And you got through all of that.
All of them. Wow. Well, except for 6 of like these little monkeys, but that's because I hate them.
Oh, wow.
Got an anchor.
Look at
Yep,
the cheeks
it's a
on
ghost.
that one. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's a possessed
Girl.
ghost anchor.
Ghost anchor.
And then this is possessed sand.
Like a sand castle
Oh,
and a sand
okay.
mound.
Sand and it's a castle. Appleton is really cute.
Yeah, my Appleton and Applin actually kind of turned out pretty well because again,
Yeah.
you can tell which ones I like.
Oh, okay. I see. I see.
He's a pie dragon.
He's an apple pie dragon.
Oh man.
He's like a big, very
Apple
cute.
and then
It's just
pie.
an apple.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, well, you can always
Does
tell
it
which ones are
really
my favorites
good.
because they look pretty much spot on.
This one's a dog that's based off of bread.
Yeah, so it's named as Fido, as in dough.
Right.
So it's
Oh,
Fido,
oh,
Fido,
okay.
and it's a little bread dog. It's very cute. Well, Dad, do you have a favorite Pokemon? Do you know?
I only know of a few, and Pikachu, I guess.
You think you like Pikachu? So there's your favorite. Do you have a favorite of the drawings here? So this one is a Dracovish.
Dracovish?
Vish.
Fish.
Yeah, like fish, but V. So this is Dad's favorite drawing.
Dracovish.
It's a Dracovish. It's actually based on, so back in Britain, they would just haphazardly throw fossils together and call it an animal, right? Way back in the day. So it's a reference to that because there's 4 of them total, and they're just a front half and a back half all mixed matched.
Okay.
So like this
I
is like
see.
the dinosaur back half, the fish back half, and then like a different dinosaur front half,
And big
and then
jaws.
so they're all like mixed and matched, and that's like the inspiration was the way Britain used to do that back in the day for old archaeology.
Hi.
Hello, the wife.
Yes.
So
that's
the
me.
wife.
Yes.
Sorry, I'll stop saying it like that. So Avery,
Mrs.
Yeah.
the wife.
what is your favorite Pokemon?
You know my favorite Pokemon. It's this boy right here, Meowth.
So Meowth, that is her favorite Pokemon.
Yeah.
And do you have a favorite drawing out of this bunch that you've been looking at for a while now?
I think I really like the evolved Frillish, the big mustache boy. I think he's probably my favorite because that mustache is luxurious.
So my favorite Pokemon, it's all the way back here at the beginning. My favorite Pokemon is this one here, Misdreavus. And then my favorite drawing out of these, this one right here, Magirna, I think is going to be my favorite of the drawings.
Yes.
Mom, what is your favorite Pokemon?
I can't pick a favorite. I like, I've always liked Pikachu. But
can't have that.
every time
Yeah,
they
he
make,
already chose Pikachu. You can
I
have
know,
that one.
every time they make new stuff, then I find some that I really like.
Okay.
I like the one with the bunny ears. I like the one with the little pig nose, the little snubble thingy.
Oh, Swinub.
But then I like Snorlax because that's our cat. But I love, one of my favorite drawings is the Executor.
the tall Executor,
Yes.
Yeah, that was.
So you
That
think that
one
one's
is-
your favorite drawing?
It's a toss-up between Executor and, where was the one we were just looking? Not Meowth. It was...
Snorlax, or was it the Swinub?
I think it was
The Mew?
Mew. Just the way you drew it. It's just like so cute. Yeah.
So this is Mom's favorite drawing out of the bunch. And then, so for your favorite Pokemon, which one are you feeling real good about right now? I know you
now?
said you can't pick.
What's
It's hard
today's
to
favorite?
pick.
I feel you, because I've got about
Today's-
10, like my
Right.
top 10 are all
Yeah.
like my absolute dear
'Cause,
favorites.
I mean,
Yes.
I could have added a Charizard
Yeah.
Oh, there are about 4 Charizards, so.
and then Charmander.
I'm going to have to say Executor.
Alrighty, and then this is gonna be her favorite Pokemon. I don't know if I can get them all the way in frame. There we go.
Way cool.
That's what
So
I
this
just
guy
can't
here-
remember how cool that is.
Is her favorite.
Opera singer.
How do you like your new back fence?
It's
I love
awesome.
it. This is amazing.
I'm gonna go sleep for about 500 years. Goodbye.
Looks like you might have drank too much.
Yeah.
No, she was just explaining that one to me.
Yep.
This is Mimikyu.
Mimikyu is another very interesting concept. So it's like a ghost that was like, I'm sad nobody likes me. You know what people like? Pikachu.
Yes.
And then so it dressed up and made like a little Pikachu doll that it possesses and controls, and then people like it. And funnily enough, Mimikyu actually became insanely popular,
Yes.
to the point where they eventually dressed Pikachu like Mimikyu.
So Pikachu's wearing a Mimikyu.
So they had a
Excuse me?
Pikachu wearing a Mimikyu pajamas as a stuffed animal you could buy, and I was like, the irony in this
Right.
Yeah.
is so funny.